I gave her access to my accounts because I didn't want to feel old and suspicious. The access was granted on a weekday afternoon through standard verification steps and confirmed by automated email receipts that listed the date, the permissions, and the devices involved. I continued working the next morning at the same time as before. I logged into the system I used for my job. I completed assigned tasks. I sent reports at the end of the day. We shared the same living space. We used the same kitchen. We followed the same grocery schedule. Bills were paid through automatic transfers. Rent left the account on the 1st of every month. Utilities were paid on the 10th. Subscriptions renewed without interruption. Nothing required discussion. Nothing required review. Weeks passed. The access remained active. The permissions did not change. The login history showed multiple devices. Mine appeared as expected. Another device appeared regularly. It matched the permissions granted. I noticed the frequency. I did nothing. Work continued. I woke at the same time. I followed the same route. I returned at the same hour. I ate the same meals. I placed my keys in the same location. Shared expenses were deducted from the same account. Statements arrived monthly. I scanned the totals. They matched previous months with small variations. No line item exceeded expected ranges. Months passed. We continued sharing space. We continued sharing accounts. She handled several administrative tasks through the systems now accessible to her. Insurance renewals were processed. Address confirmations were submitted. A tax document was downloaded and filed. I saw the confirmation notices. I did not respond. One statement listed a charge assigned to a category I did not usually use. The amount was modest. The date did not correspond to any activity I recalled. The merchant name was legitimate. The category was plausible. I noted the discrepancy. I did nothing. Time continued. The schedule remained unchanged. Mornings began at the same hour. Evenings ended at the same hour. Weekends followed the same pattern. Shared calendars synchronized automatically. App notifications arrived and were cleared. Password updates were prompted and accepted. Recovery emails were sent and archived. A year passed. The accounts showed increased activity. The transactions were orderly. Transfers occurred between sub-accounts. Savings moved to checking and back again. Investment allocations were adjusted. The risk profile changed slightly. The adjustments were within allowable parameters. I saw the notices. I did nothing. Responsibilities shifted without formal acknowledgement. She began responding to messages from service providers. She updated profiles. She confirmed deliveries. Packages arrived addressed to both of us. Some arrived addressed only to her. They were paid for from the shared account. Receipts were stored digitally. I did not review them. Another year passed. I remained employed. My role stayed the same. My access to work systems was unchanged. At home, administrative tasks were handled elsewhere. I was still listed on documents. I was still authorized. I was not required to act. A banking notice arrived requesting verification of primary account holder activity. The verification was completed. The confirmation email did not list my device as the source. It listed a different device. The verification was accepted. The account remained active. I did nothing. Daily life continued. Groceries were purchased on schedule. Utilities were uninterrupted. Health coverage remained valid. Appointments were booked and attended. I was listed as a dependent on one form and as a secondary contact on another. These classifications appeared gradually. They were embedded in confirmations and summaries. I noticed them. I did nothing. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. The systems functioned. The procedures completed themselves. Decisions were executed through interfaces and approvals. Notifications arrived after actions were taken. I remained present in the records. My role was increasingly procedural. One tax year, the filing status changed. The change was lawful. It was processed through the portal. The acknowledgement listed her as the primary filer. I was listed as an associated individual. The return was accepted. The refund was deposited. The deposit went to the shared account. I did nothing. Work routines remained intact. I continued to receive my salary. The direct deposit remained unchanged. However, allocation rules redirected a portion automatically to a sub-account managed through the same permissions. The rules were visible. They were adjustable. I did nothing. Shared routines persisted. We occupied the same space. We followed the same schedules. Conversations were functional and brief. They concerned logistics. They concerned timing. They concerned access codes and delivery windows. No clarification was requested. No explanations were given. A document arrived from a financial institution noting an update to account authority. The wording was standard. It described a reclassification. The document included my name. It also included hers in a different field. The change was effective immediately. The document stated it was non-reversible without a formal process. I did nothing. The systems adapted. Payment approvals no longer required my confirmation. Notifications came after completion. Customer service interactions referenced her contact information first. My information remained on file. It was secondary. Time passed. The environment remained stable. The structure was intact. The procedures ran. I continued to live within them. I was still authorized to log in. I was no longer necessary for execution. One account showed a balance decrease larger than previous fluctuations. The decrease corresponded to a transfer. The destination was an external account. The transfer was labeled according to policy. The amount was within daily limits. I noticed the figure. I did nothing. Financial loss occurred gradually. It was documented in statements. It was not sudden. It did not interrupt services. It did not trigger alerts requiring my action. It accumulated. Legal classifications changed through routine filings. He received copies. They were informational. They listed updated responsibilities. I was assigned fewer. The changes were compliant. They were processed. I did nothing. Logistical consequences followed. Access cards were updated. One no longer opened certain doors, another still did. Schedules adjusted. I adapted. No explanation was required. An established routine collapsed quietly. It was not marked by an event. It was marked by absence. Tasks I once completed were no longer assigned. Reminders stopped arriving. Systems did not request my input. Emotion remains flat. Life continues, reduced. I continue to work. I continue to wake and sleep on schedule. I continue to occupy the same space. I manage what remains assigned to me. I follow updated procedures. Trust is diminished. Doubt is permanent. Routines are altered. I am not broken. I am adjusted. The final statement for the shared account lists the status as secondary user, effective March 14th, 2024. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more stories like this.